and she's a certified professional organizer, and she's also going to be at the Ottawa Home and Garden Show this weekend. Joining us is Kathy McEwan. She's also the founder of Second Set of Hands. Hello, Kathy.
Hi, Dylan.
I could use some organization in my life, I tell you. How long has a founder of, Second Set of Hands been around for at this point?
It's been 5 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
What are you all about? What is the business about?
What we like to do is try to help people simplify their lives by getting organized.
You've probably come across quite a few people who need that help.
Yes.
Is it a big problem, disorganization?
It is.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah. It's a lot more than I thought when I first started the business, but I'm really glad that I'm able to help these people that need to be organized.
So Marie Kondo is definitely big nowadays.
Yes.
It's organizing people's lives.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your methods versus hers.
Okay, so for her, she's very spiritual, and she believes in thanking their products that she's saying goodbye to. So any of the items that they're letting go of, she likes you to thank them before they do. And I don't ask my clients to thank every product or every, some of my clients actually do have products as well as items, so I say both.
Yeah.
We don't ask them to thank them. And another thing too is she is really good on keeping them on track. But one thing she does is she piles everything into one area. So she'll say, you know, let's tackle books or let's tackle clothes, and the clothes will be piled into a pile, and then she'll give them tips and solutions on how to organize it, and then she leaves, and she doesn't come back.
Okay.
Like I know someone actually was on her show, and she came back a week later, and so that's just a little bit different on how we do it. We don't actually leave when it's in that state. We actually work with the client to get it done, or we do it for the client if they're not.
Talk them through it sometimes.
Talk it through them. Yeah.
Okay, so give us some myths then when it comes to organization.
Well, one of the biggest myths I find is that people think that they have to do the whole home. They're like, oh, my whole house needs to be organized, and that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. You can always start in one room at a time and not worry about the whole home. It's kind of like losing weight. If you want to lose 50 pounds, you think about, okay, we're going to lose 5 pounds at a time. And it's the same kind of thing with home organizing. And another one is they believe that they have to go and buy all the products before organizing, and that's not necessarily the case. The idea is to let things go, see what you have left, and then decide on the products.
Makes sense to me. You brought a lot of great products, some ideas.
Yes.
Where would you like to begin?
I guess we could start right here. So this here is a clear, which I like, anything see-through, I'm all about see-through, organizer, and it keeps all the products together in one area without them being knocked over. So it could be used on a dresser, it could be used on in the bathroom, for example, but basically what's so good about it is the different compartments, it keeps it all together without falling all over the place.
That's good. Okay, and number two?
This here is, if you're a piler, so a lot of people I know when it comes to paperwork, they end up piling the paperwork, and so what I like to do is just give them to action and to file. If two simple things, just action and file. If you, every time you come up with your papers, just put them in the right category, and it'll be easier for you when it comes time to actually taking care of the items.
And you think people will actually do that instead of just piling it on top of the box?
Well, that's where we come into habits.
Yeah, definitely a habit. You showed me this off air. This is very interesting because I've got a lot of old family photos of friends, just all over the place. But here's a good way to organize them.
It is. This is actually really handy. It comes with a handle. It's a case. It's easy to carry. They come with individual compartments, and you can actually have up to about 100 photos in each one of these containers. So it takes so much less space than the photo albums. And
they stay nice and in good shape. Organized. They don't yellow. They don't get all
the actual photos?
Yeah.
Well, if you're planning on keeping them for many, 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 many years, you may want to have acid-free photo boxes. So if you have photos that are more memorabilia, old photos, I wouldn't probably put them in there.
Okay.
But these type of photos are fine.
Okay.
Yeah, these are like the 4x6.
You said people have tea.
Ones.
Tea is usually just floating all over the pantry. This is a good way to keep it all organized.
Keep it all in one spot.
Okay.
Absolutely, because when I've been in lots of homes, I found tea is kind of floating all over the place.
Yeah,
so this way it keeps it all together.
And this fancy jewelry organizer.
Yes, so that's called a jewelry roll.
Okay.
So you actually
So I should
roll it
probably
up.
roll
And it's great for traveling.
Look at
It
that.
takes up very little space in your suitcases, and
Very nice.
yeah, and then none of the stuff gets tangled because it's all in individual
You can
compartments.
unroll it. What is your role this weekend? Sunday at 2 o'clock, you're going to be at the Ottawa Home and Garden Show?
Yes, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great show. The show is this Thursday to Sunday, and I'll be on at 2 o'clock on Sunday talking home organizing tips.
Home organizing tips.
And more.
And more, I'm sure. And your services, I mean, you're available right across the city?
Yes, for East we go as far as Orleans, and West we go as far as Carleton Place usually, or Perth, and pretty well all of Ottawa.
And I know your website as well. It's full of all kinds of things. You can even sign up to a newsletter and get 7 organizing tips.
Yes, that's free.
That's free?
Yeah, you just have to sign up for them and I'll send them your way.
Yeah, that's great. Help with moving, home organizing, office organization as well. Kathy McEwan, thank you very much for being here today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Good job. We'll see you this weekend at the Ottawa Home and Garden Show. More daytime coming up in moments right here on Rogers TV.